Hey friends, this is one of our yummier stretches. I am super excited for this one. We're going to be low to the ground again, starting from tabletop. It's a little take a little creativity on an extended child's pose. Let's go ahead and jump in. Ready, Kike? She's ready. She's going to protect us from Lizzie's over there. Okay, so for this one, we're going to bring our knees as wide as our mat from tabletop, 2 big toes touch. This is going to be really great for hips, for back. It's just super yummy and restorative. One of my favorites. We're going to go ahead and start first by twirling our fingers in to face our body. So wrists are going to be shining forward. We're just going to stay here for a second. I just like to check in with the wrists when I come to tabletop or extended child's pose. You might feel right away a big stretch in your wrist. If not, you can lean back a little bit. We're going to do wrist care later on in the month, so we're not going to stay too long here, but just a nice little check-in. Whether you're a weightlifter or a keyboard warrior, I think we can all benefit from a little wrist care. I happen to be both. So one more big breath in. Exhale, release, bring your fingers back to face forward. Now we're going to take a little spin on extended child's pose and we're going to mix it with a little cat cow and a little hip circle action. So I want you to find what feels best for you today, what feels super awesome, and don't worry so much about what shape you're making, but just focus on how it feels. So we're going to go ahead and rock back, sit back on our heels to start. Reach your hands forward. Big breath in, and you're just going to kind of pull your shoulders down. So you might feel right away like a dip in your lower back, in your spine. Kike is out of here. Big breath in. Exhale, move forward. We're going to drop the hips down. And then we're going to come back, rounding through the spine a little bit, dropping head, forehead down towards the floor. Move forward. Try to match your movement with your breath if you can. As you move forward, pull shoulders back, look forward. Exhale, round back, sit back on your heels. Inhale. So we got this spinal flexion going on here. And also this awesome move for the hips. Now we're going to take this and we're going to take it a little further. I want you to go ahead and move through a circle. So while we're sitting back on our heels, we're going to move hips, shoulders over towards the left. We're going to start to come forward, drop the hips down, shoulders pull back. Move everything over towards the right as you round through the spine. Imagine that you are moving underwater or moving through molasses or just in slow motion. I want you to take your time with this, especially if our hips or shoulder, my hip just cracked, something is feeling a little tight. We can really take our time here to kind of work through it. Also, you can go ahead and release your feet. If your 2 toes were touching and you're like, that's a little too restrictive, you can bring your feet out as 2 parallel lines behind you instead. You might be able to get a little deeper in these hip circles. So we're going to go ahead and reverse the direction of our circle. Breathing deeply. So if you can match the movement with your breath, maybe inhale as you come forward, exhale as you round your spine and come back. But if that is not possible, or if that's like too stressful and like it's messing you up, don't worry about that. Just keep breathing deeply. That's the best part. Good. Go ahead and freestyle a little bit here if you want to move in different directions for a second. If you want to linger in one particular spot, maybe coming into an up dog here. Now we're all going to meet back with our knees wide, and we're going to bring those 2 big toes to touch again. And now we're going to sit back on our heels, reaching hands forward. And first, I want you to come up onto fingertips. So, kind of like two little spiders with your hands here. Pull your shoulders back, look forward, big breath in. Exhale, flatten your palms, bring your forehead down to the floor if that feels good. If not, you can keep your head up. Keep your elbows lifted, reaching forward for more of a stretch in the shoulders, or if you want to relax a little bit, drop your elbows down. I invite you to drop your elbows down. That's what I'm personally choosing for the last couple of minutes here. You can rock your forehead left to right. Little massage. If that's a lot in your shoulders, you can bend at your elbows, bring your hands, stack one on top of the other underneath your forehead like a little pillow. That will take some pressure off of your shoulders. And we're just going to stay here for one more minute together. Breathing nice, deep, even inhales and exhales. We're going to get some nice, deep stretches this month if you follow along. But also, a lot of it is pausing and being still. And I think a lot of growth and a lot of progress comes from the stillness. So and try to incorporate a lot of that because I love it and I think it's super important for us to take a moment in the quiet, in the stillness, breathe deeply. There's definitely a time and a place for pushing and for being super active and quick and like getting through the movement, but then this is just as important. Take 3 more cycles of breath on your own time. Amazing job. As you're ready, you can stay there, maybe take a little nap if you want to, or you can slowly come back up to a seat. I'll see you guys tomorrow.